Hey, new tape play. This is basically the continuation of the first, so this may be a few weeks apart or a week apart, but it's actually just, we're listening to this one that I was playing in the, or that I talked about in the last video. This is, I said it was BSOD worship, but it's actually more fun. That's the difference. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's new beat. There you go, that's playing. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-ish tapes, I guess. But I'm going to do bundles. The first thing is the Horrible Room drop that New Era had by now, I think a month ago. It's the Certainty, the self-titled, and then what is known as the Fly tape. It is collected demos, that's what the title translates to, as far as I can see. The Certainty, these are both not black metal. It is the more youth attack, fixation on overuse. That's that kind of hardcore that is too scratchy to be hardcore, but not quite black metal. That's where you should situate them. The Certainty has very oversteered vocals over just punk black metal. Tape-wise, it is nothing much to see. I don't even think it focuses. That's how little there is on there. The J card has composed before, recorded and mixed by Certainty, mastered at Holy Palms or by Holy Palms, and some thanks lists. It has lyrics in here. There you go. New Era and Horrible Room doing hardcore. Who would have imagined? Yeah, it's not punk, it is actually hardcore in the sense that the bass kind of has this Redondo Beach, late 80s, not Black Flag, but the bands that were around them. And the vocals are they're very oversteered. It's almost feedback, but in a vocal style. So yeah, look for the more youth attack, Horrible Room, Russian youth attack inspired shit. And then the Fly tape, the drum sound on this one is basically like my first drum, a washing bucket that I would hit with a stick, I guess. It has a fly on the cover, which is the most revolting animal of all, or one of them. So yeah, that's what you get. Castles on the inside, but once again, more hardcore than anything with black metal. There's some more on the tape, if that focuses. Not really, I guess. There you go. So yeah, good tapes, yes, but it's not what I'm looking for from those two labels. So yeah, I'm going to stay. That's what I've written down. I'm going to stay with the bands I know, like Lashy, like the one with the hooded character, and some other stuff. But yeah, this is not really my cup of tea anymore. Is there anything more? No. So they're good, but I give my money to the Certainty, I guess. Out of the two, yeah, I think so. That's the best tape. But yeah, on, and there will be more once all the pre-orders from Horrible Room come in. Yeah, or from Poison Sorcery, I should say. It will be a bit more from that crew and a bit more my style. Then Brakel Akelven demo. There you go. That focuses right away because it's Belgian black metal. This is from 2022. This is on Final Agony. It is not Black Blood. It is actually still listed as maybe the last drop from Final Agony. This came out of nowhere for me. I think it showed, where did I see this? I think YouTube maybe. That it had the Belgian tag, and then the tape was already sold out on Signal Rex the first time. So I picked this up, I think, on Asylum, pretty sure. It is black metal, it is ambient, and it is power electronics, and it's just thrown in together to one big mix. Mostly ambient vocals I've written down, but I don't know what I mean with that. It is demented black metal, yeah, very feedbacky, I should say, but it's always still listenable. It has 9 tracks on here. Yeah, and Komt nu de tijd is the last one, is more ambient, but it's ambient what it would feel like to me when a bomb goes off, that ringing in your ears, you're disoriented, that kind of shit, dust everywhere. Yeah, it's a very fragmented demo, but if this is the precursor, I can't imagine what a full length will be. I have no idea who is behind this one, just that it's from Belgium. There might be, because it's on Final Agony and the Satanic Requiem, Hertogenwald. They did the Effroi split, I think. So yeah, maybe to look at that but can't be sure. Recommended, but weird, very weird. And then a drink. Axel, I'm still drinking the beer. And it's becoming better and better. Two more tapes from the last part is Signal Rex, but distro, label, and yeah, still another distro. So we have Mortuary with Hen Canalisé, and we have Blacula with, did I write that down? With a Bleeding Black Hearts. There you go. Two very good tapes. A newer label from France that has A.S.A.P on there. I've written it down, I think. No, I didn't. Yeah, Mons Veneris, a tape on there. They have two new tapes, but I was very interested in the Vocre. I think that's how you call it. It's Voqkrre. And it's by Morne, which maybe is in Mornay, I'm not sure, but it has Dunkel, the guy, the French guy behind. Of course, I'm blanking on his bands. Yeah, Dunkel. Satkraj, and the other one. But yeah, this label has two new releases, and I came through them or to them by Asylum Ténébré, which is a label from France that is closely connected to the Garde Noir, and they will show up. But I got it through them, I guess, because the Moret, the Hein Canalisé tape, this is the promo flyer or a sticker, I'm not sure, for that. That is old people from Peste Noire and Alceste. One of the guys, his name, Peste Noire, Alceste, yeah, I don't know his name or what he is called, maybe it's in the tape. This is Ancien Culte, is the label that is doing it, and with Asylum Ténébré. This ACR 05, limited to 100, and this is 78. Alceste and Peste Noire, old member, and it's actually in that realm. You have to look for it, sound-wise, I guess. I'm not the biggest Peste Noire fan. I'm even less an Alceste fan, just because I haven't given them a chance, I guess. Peste Noire, mainly because the records are too expensive. But yeah, there you go. I think I have one. Morne. Hen Canalisé, or Canalisé is directed hate, or hate, I don't know, channelized. Desperation in the vocals, very melancholic, suffering, that French wailing sound, I should say, as only the French can. Yeah. And then the vocals are this man on point of breaking down. That's the best way to describe it. So Alceste and Peste Noire is maybe a good halfway mark for this, if I think I know how the bands sound like, or what the bands sound like. Blacula with a Bleeding Black Hearts. This is basically a one-track demo from a French dude called, I don't know what he is called, I'm sure. S.B.E, I think. S.B.E. There you go. S.B.E and Blacula is a band that started in 2009, as far as I can see, because it's not credited or they have no date of birth. But they have a few full lengths. I know them from the compilation tape, the Ancient. I'm blanking on it. Yeah, I'm blanking on it. They played on there together with it's a fantastic demo, Black Angels, and yeah, whatever. But this is a one-tracker. Normally they play a more ferocious style of black metal in the same vein as Seigneur Volant, as A.S.A.P. that kind of bands, the rougher, more disturbed French side, I should say. He does a cover also of that band. So the cover here is materialized in stone by Marduk, and it's pretty one-on-one. They don't do anything creative with it, but it's well played, and it's a bit different. It's more of the Blacula style. The name, I thought it was Black Vampire, but no. It is, it's an island somewhere in Sweden where the devil's supposed to have rested after some Sabbath or something like it. But yeah, there you go. This is the J cards. It is white on the inside. What did I written down? It's limited to 200 copies, so this is floating around, and it's worth it. His style of playing, like I said, is more cenotaph, senior volant, but on this it is more of a ballad, and I think it's even, yeah, it's a swaying 7-minute track with a great guitar sound, and it has kind of a medieval undertone, but very lightly, with a solo in the end. Yeah, maybe what lacks here is the production is a bit distant. It's a bit it's a bit far off, but it's listenable. It's not raw, it's just far off. But yeah, I think that is about it. A label to keep an eye on, and this is pretty old, I guess, 2009, but yeah, a guy to keep an eye on, because if he writes another full that is more skating or more hateful, that could be very cool too. I'm going to cut here and then do the last 3 because they are worth talking about. I'll see you in the second part. Hey, welcome back. Second part. We have 3 more tapes and then this one is done. Friedhof is still blasting through the speakers with the Lucifer Sturz auf die Echte. Siegfried, thank you. I have 3 more that are from the grab I did, the Blacula and the Morne. This is a bit of distro and a bit of label, I guess. The first one is the Morte Perpetua and Injuria. I think, yes, Injuria. Morte Perpetua, the band linked to HATEWORK, Alretirend, together with NMK, a guy I think is from LA, I'm not sure where did I get that, I'm not sure. His moniker is Tenebre Negra. This is basically a band that is part of the Necro Saint Worship Circle. I showed the tape, I guess. Both sides. Harvest of Death and HATEWORK, so that's the Signal Rex portion. This is one of the most crazy J cards I have ever seen in my life. But yeah. Injuria is from Portugal. They have a very live feeling in their playing. You can almost see them playing in that Portuguese strip mall in Porto where the fest is held. They have a split, I think, with Insomnia Pallida I've written down, or maybe Insomnia Pallida has a split with the Morte Perpetua, which is very good but is sold out, so I'm looking for it. But yeah, that's another Portuguese band that is, yeah, on the newer on the scene, I guess. Talking about the J cards, did I read anything down? The Absence of Warmth I've written down. It is very cold music, and that is the Morte Perpetua side. It is, yeah, it is what the 90s should sound like today, I guess. It's played right, it is done in, yeah, almost worship for the entire history. So that is one of the bands that I really like, I don't know why. Featuring on sessions Volterius on drums, Cardinal on drums, and Seer on synths. So I'm not sure if it's this year because, like I said, the other guy, the NMK, I think is from LA. I don't know where I get it or where I got that. I haven't written it down, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, cool looking J cards. Very, very big. Awesome pictures. There you go. Yeah, black metal. They don't have their names written down, so I'm not sure who is in Injuria, but sick looking J cards. Limited to 100. This is not showing up, I guess, but it's 22. If you should care. The last thing on this one is I thought I've seen every no contact or no this or no fun thing, but this is, and I hope that shows up. This is No UNICEF. I have never seen that one. So it's a logo for, yeah, UNICEF, but then, I don't know. Weird detail, I guess. But yeah, it is very cold from the Morte Perpetua side. Very cold. Not ambient, but it has a lot of that rotten atmosphere black metal. Yeah, I draw parallels to something like Forbidden Temple, but that's because I'm, again, listening to the record that came in. Yeah, Injuria, very good. New, I think, Sons of Vitala, that kind of Mons Veneris stuff. So yeah, great tape and two great labels. Then the last thing I grabbed are the Asylum Tenebrae tapes, and that is the Starcave Nebula. Yes, with Moon Wars parts 1 and 2. This one. And then the, I have to check my thing, Incuratus Triangulum. Yes, with Iter ad Mortem. Let's do this first, because the last one is just too fun. A well-known painting. I don't know what it is. Maybe the Riders of the Apocalypse or Death arriving to town, but this is a Garde Noir collective output through their label. And this is the first time all three members are present on one recording. It's just a black tape. It is an ambient ritual, very organ based, so not synth but real organ. Yeah, kind of an exorcism soundtrack, if you will. It's rattling chains, the howls are, I've written down. Yeah, life under the influence of death and illicit substances. Exorcism, fucked up music with chains. The vocals are, you know, what you expect from that kind of thing. Just shrieks. Yeah, limited to 50. It came with a sticker from that release, and then the J cards. Let me show you because it deserves it. All three members, T, K, and M for completion. Let's see, what is this? There you go. Does that show up? Very cool artwork. I've been following these guys from the days I was talking to Mormo and all the tapes they did with Les Fleurs du Mal, and they have some crazy output, but it's weird to finally have all three members. There you go. Live demo MMX question mark. Cool to have. The last, also on that label, and I have fallen off a bit. This is limited to 50, number 32. That is the logo. Starcave Nebula. I didn't know what to think because I am well versed in what the label is doing and what the bands under the Garde Noir are doing. So I thought this was kind of a road burn band, if you know what I mean, to keep the team going from the previous video. Moon Wars parts 1 and 2. Nebula, you know, it has that vibe. What this is actually is yeah, it is not easy listening. Neither is HATEWORK, neither is this label, but once you push through it, it's actually worth it. It has been described as oblique psychotropic riffage, improvised mayhem, and that is basically what the only connection it has to anything to do with space. It is a two-man band: Outer Space Woman, Outer Space Man, Command, Laser, Threat, Solve, Gun. It is a weird band in the sense that it's kind of Stooges BM. Yeah, Stooges black metal. It's not cosmic at all. It's fast, hard punk. Not hardcore, it's punk, but high-pitched vocals like The Body. Like Leave from the Body. That high-pitched, that violent. And it kind of sounds like the entire thing is melting. The last track is... yeah, the last track is even weirder because it's a song, but just a bare minimum of that of a jam or something like it, or an improvised tracks. It has that drony Squire stoner sound, but it's still punk and it's still a bit black metal, just the intent. So you know when I'm rambling like that, it's a good tape. Support the label, check out what these guys are doing, and you know, if you can get stuff like this or all the other, jump on it. Like I said, the Blacula is one of my favorites from this one, and then definitely the Injuria Morte Perpetua. There you go. Siegfried, thank you one more time. It's still blasting in the back. I think this was a rather short one, so I hope Adams is happy. We'll be back. Maybe you've already seen Danny. Maybe it all went to shit, so let's play with the timeline. Thank you very much, and I'll see you.